why situation, people outside, condition outside me causes suffering. Does it cause a suffering to a mango tree? Does it causes a suffering to a mosquito or an elephant or a tiger? We always blame situation. Think of it. Am I right or wrong? We blame situation, we blame people, we blame event, we blame everything outside. This has caused me a suffering. But the entire existence is enjoying, is celebrating. Only we are suffering because we blame situation outside, condition outside, event outside. Are you clear? It will not be clear unless you contemplate and reflect every day, and the mind becomes mature and the intellect takes over the mind. Then no situation outside will cause any suffering. Just think in your mind how many times you were upset last week. First thing, I told you that no situation outside, no person outside is the cause of my suffering. Are you clear? Now ask yourself how many times I was upset last week. And who is the cause? And then answer yourself, am I not living in ignorance? And I don't want to remove that ignorance. That is also a problem. No, don't think that ignorance means that you don't have any qualification. Ignorance means confusion, wrong notion, misunderstanding. Where? It is located in the mind. Is it located outside? That is why you blame him or her? I gave a very remote example. If you start asking why mango tree is sweet, same way, why this person is so bitter? Mind is outside. When the mind is outside, we go too far from ourselves. As if scientists are thinking that we will settle a colony on the moons and the Mars, and we will bring an end to the suffering. We think, this the person who lives near me is caused of the suffering. If I leave this guy and get along with someone else, I will be happy. This journey continues throughout our life. Our masters say it is because of the ignorance. Did you get the essence of it? How many times you were upset last week, and then ask yourself, is the cause of my suffering is the person outside, the situation outside, or the condition outside? It's a matter of thinking. You see, the one way to put Eastern wisdom helps me to think rightly, to communicate with myself rightly, wisely. No, don't be so serious. You may have been upset with so many things outside last week. That is your problem. Why should I worry? I'm concerned when I see people. Just think, we all are human beings, we have an intellect, we can think in one way or we can think in the other way. We have a freedom. Ask yourself, don't you have that freedom? You look at the person and you say, this guy looks so crazy. Ah, this guy looks so wonderful. What I have to do? I have to do nothing. Let me respect. Let me move with uh, love and care, finished. Or any situation or any condition in my life. So we color. Now see that why I'm not living wisely, because we color outer situation, people, things, event in my own way. At least two people are saying yes, John and Sophie. Others still have doubt. So it's okay. Do you see that? Then the moment I decolor the mind and then ask, where is the suffering? I told you the Eastern wisdom says how to think rightly, in tune with the existence, how not to think against the existence. Last time I was saying I'm so many years old. I said, how dare you say that? For getting your ID, driving license, you have to prove your date of birth. That is, that is outside. We have to live in the false world. I have to show my ID, passport, etc. So I told her, so say, for example, I'm 64 years old. Okay. Now, can you tell me body is made up of protein, carbohydrate? Okay. Are you right? Am I right? Body is made up of carbohydrate, protein. Now, is the carbohydrate present in my body is 64-year-old? You simply change your thinking and see what happens. You change the thinking and start living, and you will see that you are already in the joy. You are already happy. Did you understand? That is the carbohydrate protein 64-year-old, or in a 5-year-old boy, it is 5-year young, or protein is the same. Carbohydrate is the same. Are you getting it, what I say? So, so understand this. It changes the way we think and we live. And that is why we are meeting every week. Main goal is to bring an end to the wrong notion, misunderstanding, and the moment that you remove the misunderstanding and ignorance, even for 24 hours, you will see that happiness dawns. Now, can you think what is the cause of this? Yeah, we have to find the cause. That is why The Eastern wisdom is so much logical. It puts the reason, it makes the intellect clear, it helps the mind to drop the delusion, and then we are free. Oh, yesterday Anne said, oh, it means that is why you talk, so that our mind realizes what is discernment. And the moment you realize that you are doing a discernment, that crying, reaction, blame and complain, and the delusion will disappear, the grief and the suffering will come to an end. Find out the cause. It is very clear that we color situation, person, things outside. First color that you look at a person and you say he or she is my husband or a wife or a soulmate. Yeah. We may say ex-soulmate. Soulmate is there and now it is ex. Like ex-president. It makes a sense. But we want to live in that delusion. So live in that delusion, continue to suffer. Now what is the question? What causes me this delusion? Because if I understand it and I remove it, so I will answer with a story and you figure out. So there was a monk who has many supernatural powers living in a forest and used to meditate under a tree. He was meditating and he felt that this mouse is jumping inside my clothes going to the back. So he opened his eyes and he found that mouse was saving himself from the cat. Because he had lot of powers. So he converted that mouse into a cat. Solution. Pay attention. We are
the mouse into what?
mouse into cat. Because he had this magical powers, so he converted the mouse into a cat. Again, after a few weeks, the cat was hiding behind his back. He opened his eyes and found the dog was chasing the cat. So he converted the cat into a dog. We are doing the same thing. Come on. Oh, I like you. Few likes on Facebook, likes Facebook in my head. Few Facebook likes, I become a soulmate. Think in that way. I'm making the things very clear. Anyhow, one day the dog was also hiding behind, and the monk master opened his eyes and he found the tiger was chasing the dog. He converted the dog into a tiger. And tiger started jumping around him, playing with the monk. And one day the tiger attacked him. Before he could die, he converted the tiger into a mouse. That is the journey of East and West. Did you understand it or not? Charlie, you have to reflect on it again and again and again. So that tiger is our coloring of the world outside, the situation outside. Why don't you understand? Sophie is responsible for my problem. Did you understand? So if you do not convert this tiger into a mouse, you will suffer. You are bound to suffer. Suffering is mandatory, not temporary. Did you understand? No,
The
The
guy
guy
still
still
died.
died.
no.
No,
Before he died, he converted the tiger into a mouse. He
right, but he
Right, but he
still
still
died.
died.
So he
So he
suffered,
suffered.
who
right?
died?
Right?
Who died?
The guy
The
Who
who was
guy who
died?
was
being
being
chased by
chased
the
by the
tiger.
tiger.
Yes, but he did not die. He converted the tiger into a mouse, and he could save himself.
Oh, he
Oh, he
saved
saved
himself.
himself.
Okay.
Okay.
But majority of the people are attacked by the tiger, and they could not save themselves. And that tiger is my ego. Ego identifies with the world outside. It colors, and when it colors and identifies with the world outside, is responsible for my stress and suffering. There is no way to get out of the suffering. Tell me if there is a way. I will follow you. So if there is no way, why should I keep the tiger? It is constantly attacking me. Today, John did not say namaste to Sumi, then I am suffering. That is why I ask you how many times you were upset, anxious last week. Every day, tiger is killing you. We are living a wounded life. Huh? Did I make a statement clear? English statement is clear. We are living a wounded life. I'm suffering, I'm grieving, I have a lot of problems. What should I do? Think of this. The principle I explained you, it comes from the Gita. Gita has 18 chapters. It is the summary of the entire, all the 3,000 texts of Eastern wisdom. So it explains like this. I only explained one verse and one line of the verse. This tiger is working silently in us. We made this tiger. We made it. Oh, we are so powerful, like the master. Are you just think of it? We all are mature, so we can think. No, everything is okay, but my honey is. There is no but and if. Tell your mind, there is no but and if. That money, that honey, I told you, that honey may be my husband, wife, son, daughter, siblings, anyone. Charlie is in a very deep contemplative mood, you'll see that. That's very good. The moment you think you have only one thing, that you have a smile on your face. I'm not a perfect guy, but when sometime I'm sitting in a restroom and when I realize my mistake, I say, "Oh, mind, you are so crazy." And my honey says, "To whom you are saying crazy?" To myself. Sometimes she listens. Now it has become a normal for her. When you hit your mind, you recognize the mistake. I can tell you, you start laughing and smiling. What I have to do, mind you go to hell, what I have to do to color the world outside? I have no right. Tiger is gone. So mouse means I have to use, I'm making it clear if you have any question. My ego is working like a mouse. It is a working ego. Means I have to use my eye for the sake of convenience. I'm sitting here, I'm giving you lessons. So at least, for 1 hour, think that I'm a teacher, you are a student. So that's all, finished. Otherwise, don't make this mouse as a tiger. You are free. Tell me if you have any question. How simple it is. First, we have understood intellectually, and then we have started living that I is a mouse. What the heck, why you have done so? Withdraw yourself, be silent and calm. Oh, tiger is in him or her, so let me cool down, hide myself behind that peace and calm. You are free. Did you understand that? You are free there and then. Now, can I be free when the world is suffering? Because you see the world is suffering. It's your mistake. Ha, 100-year-old guy, he says, God, let me die peacefully. We say, no, how can you die? I will grieve if you die. No, I'm just giving an example. Are you getting it? I'm not saying that, if someone dies, you go to their service and you start laughing. No, I'm not saying that. But I have to be very clear in my knowledge, in my understanding. That much I'm saying. Don't color. The mouse is colored, becomes a tiger, and that tiger is attacking us all the time. That is why I'm asking you how many times you were upset, you were anxious, you reacted, you suffered. Now, at present, you are not suffering, or are you suffering because I'm speaking? Or are you suffering because of my speaking? At present, you are not suffering, so keep a smile on the face. Think of it. I'm reminding you, Eastern wisdom says change your entire pattern of thinking, analyze it, observe it, understand it, so that your mind is already clear. It has stopped wandering. And when it has stopped wandering, you will never complain that in meditation my mind has a lot of thoughts. It is wandering only because it says, I'm a free tiger, I'm going to attack everything. Do you have any question? Oh, so everyone is clear. So close your eyes.